So with that, I just want to say it's not about the music, or it is about the music, but it's not just about the music. Howdy, Buckaroo. Welcome to a Thursday Collection Connection, where pants are optional because they ain't in the shot, and we're just playing that game that's an excuse to talk about records. In Eric's last video, he talked about New Order's Substance, 1987. It is a great compilation. It's probably the quintessential New Order if you were to pare yourself down to just one New Order record. I think Substance would pretty easily be it. It's a bunch of great 12-inch mixes, stuff that's generally not on the albums. Contains True Faith, which is one of my very favorite New Order tracks, which was a single only before being compiled onto Substance. And all around, just a great compilation, great listen. I enjoyed having the excuse to go back and play that. And don't necessarily have a lot to say about it. It's great. You probably already know that it's great. So let's get to the connection. Thought about, because it's Substance 1987 on the cover there, going into what I didn't choose. I thought about Scritti Politi's Cupid and Psyche 85 as an album that had the year it was released in the title. Alternatively, something like 1999 from Prince or 1989 from Taylor Swift as just having a year in the title. But those didn't feel like the thing to me. I thought about the fact, I've already forgotten his name, the director of the True Faith video also directed the video for Fine Young Cannibals' She Drives Me Crazy. Very distinctive style, arty style. And those may have been the only two music videos he ever directed. I could easily be wrong on that. And it was very distinctively styled with costumes and such. But all of those options felt a little too close in era and style to the New Order. And so what I ended up going with was the fact that I got my copy of it here, of New Order Substance. This is disc 2. I thought about just the plainness of the cover, and I was going to pick something that just had text on the cover until I picked up on the fact that it's not just text. There's a line right there. And so I thought, well, see if I can find an album cover that is just text plus a line, plus a single line. And after scrolling through bunches of album covers, I came up with an album from 2004, and the artist is Franz Ferdinand, and this is their debut album, Franz Ferdinand. And while I'm talking here, there's going to be graphics up on the screen, so I can't show you that it really works with as being just text and a single line if I cover up with my finger that little record label logo in the bottom corner, which I confess did not catch my eye until I was putting together the graphic assets for this video. And I thought, crap, there is a little bit of additional design on the front cover, but I decided to go with it anyway. It is, Franz Ferdinand is a Glaswegian quartet, so they're a Scottish band, and I have been on and off, I should say, listening to them. I got their debut, picked my couple of songs off of it because it was from a time when I listened to music differently. And so my two big songs off of here are The Dark of the Matinee, and you would think it would be Take Me Out, but it's not. It's, I think, Cheating on You. And once I got around to, instead of just putting a track or two from each album into my iTunes library, when I became aware a few years later, around 2008, 2009, that I was never really pulling the CDs out and listening to those tracks that didn't make that initial cut. which I was doing to save memory on the computer. I finally got a computer that had a lot more memory. Went from gigabytes up to terabytes of memory. And I decided I wanted to put all of my music library. That's really when I switched over to listening to everything through iTunes. And so, having put the entirety of the album in there, it was already sort of past its use by date for me, and I didn't really listen to the album. I did pick up um, Right Thoughts, Right Words, Right Action, which may not be the title of the album. I think it is. And then maybe just Right Action is the name of the single, which I love. This happens to be my favorite Franz Ferdinand song, where they got a lot more fluid. Early Franz Ferdinand kind of had that herky-jerky feel of some of the early post-punk British bands. Your earliest Smiths music, Echo and the Bunnymen, Teardrop Explodes, that had just kind of a thumping. It's not easy to dance to. It's easier to dance to if you do the herky-jerky motion like that. Which doesn't supremely appeal to me. It's not my favorite thing, but I need to remind myself every so often that it doesn't have to be my favorite thing in order to be a good thing. And so I've listened to the album almost 3 times in its entirety in the last couple of days. And I thought, wow, I've really been missing out. It's a really good record. I think Eric will enjoy it, is what I'm betting on. Dark of the Matinee, you may enjoy the lyrical reference to Terry Wogan that might go right past most American listeners. They've had, I think, 5 albums up to now, if you include the collaboration that they did with Sparks, that cleverly, with Franz Ferdinand and Sparks, they titled FFS, which also is internet slang for fuck's sake. But I only have the 2 albums, the debut and Right Thoughts, Right Word, Right Action. And yeah, I guess since I'm recording here on the Thursday yet again, I won't overtalk this one. But that is my connection. It's a good record that I probably don't know enough about to speak on it with any kind of authority whatsoever, so I won't pretend to. But it is Franz Ferdinand's self-titled debut album from 2004. And hey, if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.